Well, I got it primed. There's no body work. We just wanted to prime it to get the raw metal to stop rusting. I don't plan to leave it in a primer mode, but I actually kind of like the looks of it. But basically, I'm just gonna do a couple little prep things here, and I'm gonna take it down to the alignment shop, and that's where my rim's gonna put the new rims and tires on, and they will align my 4 links. We'll have to set it, but all in all, it doesn't look too bad in primer. Obviously, there's a lot of body work to do, but this primer sure covers it up a lot. So we'll see what it looks like when we go and have the rims on. See what you think. Well, I'm going to put the hood hinge on just for something to do. Again, that's just primer. No body work has been done to these hoods yet. Just want to get it put together so I can maybe drive it around a little bit and see if I can't have a little fun with it before we tear it down to do a final paint job. Looks like I had to prop it up because it's was too much of an angle. So now I'm going to give it a try again. Basically, just going to put this end in, slide along that rib, and hopefully she'll slide on after all these years. Basically, what I'm having to do is take that rubber mallet and slowly tap this up along that seam there, and hopefully we're a little bit off up here, but I'll try to straighten that out as we go. Well, I got it on, and they both hinge, and now I guess it's a matter of putting the handles on for the latches, and this is probably should be re-chromed, but it's good enough for me for now. It's got a little bit of bubbling on the chrome. I've got about 3 of these, and I'll find eventually the nicest one and take it and have it chromed. But as of now, it is looking like a hood again. Be fun to have it on the car. So see you next time. Hello again. We're doing the running boards of my car, and the original bolt downs. I kind of want to use the original bolt downs. We had cut them out, so I don't have them what they looked like before. This one's not too bad, but the clip that holds the carriage bolt in it on most of these were pretty bad shape, and so they were rotted or rusted. And I took a measurement of them, and on our plasma table here at school, I made a flat piece and bent them. It's a little rough, but no one really sees that too much. And we marked them before we cut them where the when this was sitting on top of there where the bolt fits, and it should. We got to spread this out a little bit and weld them, and I made enough of them on there. I have one of my students in one of my classes. He's doing all the tack welding and grinding on these, and some reason, I mean, I could have put any kind of piece of metal on there and welded a bolt on or whatever, but I decided that try to make them look as close as possible. So I just made a program to cut these out. And again, our plasma tip isn't the newest on there, so it made a little bit of rough cut, but I had to heat and bend this tab down so that the carriage bolt fits in the hole and slides down into that piece, and it won't turn on there. Obviously, this is not the carriage bolt I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using a much shorter one, but just kind of give you an example. I'll show you a finished, not quite finished, but basically a rough finished portion of it. We have it there. We just have it. Well, we've got to grind it down nice and smooth, and maybe do some tapping and pounding a little more. But I used a little heavier gauge metal than what was originally on there, so this should last a very, very long time. Probably as long as I'm going to own this vehicle. So anyway, that was one project we did. It was kind of fun to do it with one of the students. He was excited to be a part of this build, so gave him something to do. So anyway, that's all for the running boards. Thanks. Well, I got the running boards on. Had a student help me with that over Christmas break, and they don't look too bad. The original ones, there's a lot of pitting, but I figure I'll put some kind of a rubber mat over the top of it. But makes it look a little neater. I don't mind it at all. There's some more adjustments I'm pretty sure I got to do to it, but all in all, it's a pretty decent fit. And hope to get the front end all lined up. Got the fenders on, and just some more detail work. Going to be a lot of adjustment on the hood, I'm sure. So I don't know if I don't have a lot of room because I'm working on another project, welding my skid loader, but we're got my skid loader back there. Gotta weld the snowplow up part on it, but we're getting there. This is all the new pieces I put on there, or the new to me pieces, and we'll tighten some bolts up and see if I can't get things aligned better on the front end, and hopefully I'll get at least all the parts on there, and then decide whether I'm going to have someone take a look at it and do some body work for me, or if I'm going to bite the bullet and try it myself. I haven't decided yet. So anyway, that's all for this one. See you later. Well, I haven't ran a video for a while. Main reason is got kind of busy with summer stuff and school. We worked on a 48 Chevy sedan. in my shop class, and didn't do too much to it. We got the kids kind of looking at putting brakes on and how those little straight in overhead valve 6 motors worked, and kind of spent time with that. Got the brakes on, got it running, and then I decided to stop progress on it. I was thinking on doing a lot more work to it. Body was a little rough. It's a great parts car. It's be fun for someone to run around and drive with, but right now we're at a point where I didn't want to put a lot of my money into it. I was thinking on selling it for what I got into it. I got around $1,500 into it right now, and I was thinking not to make any money on it, just kind of break even on it. The kids had a fun time working on it, seeing something different. That's all. That's worth any profit that I could potentially get off it. So it's going to be up for sale probably on Craigslist, or if anybody in the comments are interested in coming and look at it. I'm in Minnesota, so you'd have to take a cruise to see it. So I'll throw some pictures up. Anyway, so I did do a short video this summer. I took it through the parade in local town here. It's not licensed or windowed, of course, but because it's a local parade, I just pulled it out of my shop here, drove around town and parked it again. The video that I will show of a walk around with it after the parade, the fenders and front radiator support sides were kind of messed up. They looked okay, but they weren't really lined up very well. So I took the parts off off another car I had that were a little bit better, and I went and assembled them with, probably can't see it here. I'm going to show a short video on, because of the new suspension here, the original fenders need to have a cutout for around here. It has original cutout for the old suspension that I'll show you also. But got the hood on here. The video that I have in the parade did not have the hood on, and you can see I got the new rims on it. I took the caps off because I'm gonna pop the wheels off. But I will show you on this fender what we're gonna do. I did it to the other side, and if I can hopefully not mess it up too bad. This is the piece here that I'm gonna cut out, or actually put back together again. I'm gonna cut out a piece right about here. And I have a template that I made, it's over there, that I'm gonna put between these holes here. And then I'm just gonna cut some metal out for here and seal it up. And this is the template that I made. The screw and the center punch are in a couple of fender bolt holes. And as you can see here, maybe, I just kind of cut around the suspension. There's a little hole there that's a bolt hole, and I actually, on the other one, I included that one. I just made a little loop so that it would be included to give it a little more strength on it. And so these go over to here. And basically, let's see, this. I made one universal one for both sides, so it's just a matter of putting it in the hole there and kind of centering it up. center, up and down. Kind of figure that's a good spot there. Here, just kind of an up and down. All right, so basically I take a marker and I just go around that, and I'll show you that in a little bit. All right, so I had the template on there and I got it about where I want it. I put the extra marker there, and we're just gonna cut this, and I'm gonna use this piece of metal with this little thicker brace in here. I'm gonna use it to fill in here, and I'll show you that later after I use the plasma torch. This is the rough opening. It looks kind of rough as it states, but we'll smooth it out. That's the piece I'm going to put in here, and we're going to make it fit really nice. So we'll show you that when I'm done. Well, there's a finished product. Just put some primer on it just to keep the rust away for the time being. So we got that. That should be pretty solid there. And it pained me, believe me, to cut an 85-year-old fender that was in pretty decent shape. But if I didn't do that, then I wouldn't have my car running and working, and I guess some things you just got to do. The fact is that the fenders that I got, these fenders that I have on this car, came off a car that was in a junkyard, so it was destined for a scrap hood anyway. The fenders were decent, but still, the fact of the matter is, it's repurposing it. It probably would have been in the junkyard for a lot longer. So anyway, it's as I'm sure someone else could do much better, but this is what I did, and it wasn't too tough to do. Just take some time. So anyway, I'll show you on the car. Okay, so I pushed it back a little bit. I got a lot of adjustment to do on the front, but that'll be fun. It's gonna take a lot of time to try to get it straight, but that's pretty much what it looks like at the moment. So I'm really liking the running boards on there versus not having them on. So I guess we will throw in another video once I get most of it adjusted and the grill back on.